Hello, ladies and germs. Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, no, seriously. We just spent the past maybe 30-ish.
That was like a solid,
Yeah.
30 minutes.
Waiting for the computer to...
Trying to figure out this goddamn visual component.
Yeah, exactly. But it's okay. This is just a pilot.
This is basically the lost episode of our thing.
Yeah, of our thing, of our podcast that we normally host in the kitchen of Makerspace.
Alleys of, in dark alleys.
In dark
and
alleys.
wherever we can find the time and space to do it.
No one but rats and the passerby.
But that is in the past now because
we have a professional
now
space.
have a professional setup.
Yeah, as much as it is like
as much as
video,
you can't see us right now, but
yeah.
that's fine because right now, currently, or at least I'm currently in the process of kind of touching up the backdrop and like the studio just needs a fresh new coat of paint. So
that's cool.
If anything, it would have looked. I mean, it would have looked janky with like us here with like the tarp set up on the ground. So
it's equally fair.
But I mean, it's fine.
But we still do have a nice sculptural piece in front of us that we could talk about at some point.
Do you want to describe it, Jordan?
Yeah, totally. So it's a few mismatched paint items, or at least that's what I suspect it to be, organized very dramatically. We have shades of blue and gray floating around with hints of warm tones of... actually, dude, you can take a picture of it. That'd be dope. Yep, exactly. And then and that could be the backdrop for it. We could make a sculptural piece per episode. And, oh, wow, look at you getting fancy using the fucking ring light.
I'll do one where it's like you and then...
Yeah, no.
Literally just like a really... low quality image of the sculpture piece.
Fucking here for it.
Which honestly I think that describes us perfectly.
Yeah, low quality sculpture that have high price
expectations.
They have high expectations.
Yeah.
Speaking of Trey, how you been, man? How you been doing?
I'm cool.
I'm trying to channel our Makerspace. Oh, by the way, we're in Workspace Studios.
Workspace Manchester.
Yeah.
Big shout out to these guys for letting us
seriously.
use the space. Seriously, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, so how you been, man?
I've been
trying to channel as I was saying, the Makerspace energy that we normally
for sure,
have.
yeah. So like
those are like some of the best conversations.
Because pretty much like the way we kind of do our thing is that we basically just like I guess. I mean, we talk about a bunch of different stuff, but I feel like the main thing we talk about is just like
relationships.
Or at least
that's what like we're kind of floating on.
Our feelings, yeah.
Oh,
but I think it depends on like the flavor of the day, I guess.
Yeah, very true.
I've been good. I've been really like this past weekend. I've just like been really drained.
I feel you, man.
Like I just been like physically exhausted, as well as like kind of
a little bit emotionally.
A little bit emotionally, but I think that's only because and like I was having this conversation with somebody. Or I was having this conversation with like a coworker like this past weekend, because I have a bad habit of just like taking on too much all at once.
Oh, I totally feel you.
It's like I can't help it. It's like either I'm doing nothing, which is terrible for me. Like I either have nothing going on, or it's like I take on too much. And I think the problem that I'm facing right now, or like the thing that I'm trying to figure out, is learning how to say no.
Yeah, no, seriously, it's a hard thing.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think I was literally thinking about this I had an interview today for a job that I'm not going to take. But I was thinking about it and how I was like, I'm just doing stuff, not necessarily for the validation of others, but kind of to feel validated, which is the same thing. But I'm not doing it for that, but there is a hint of the whole idea of like, damn, I'm doing this for other people. I'm not doing this for myself.
Right.
You know?
And it's like, it's like I'm giving up. It's got to the point where it's like I'm sacrificing my time.
And your well-being.
Yeah, and it's like I hate doing that, but it's like at the same time, I kind of have this weird thing where I want people to rely on me, or
you want to feel dependent.
Yeah, like I want people to like I don't want to, because like for me it's like I don't want to just like be like, oh, I can't do this or I can't do that, and then have people be like, oh well, Trey, can't really rely on Trey for shit because like he can't, because like he can't do this thing, and like it's kind of I understand it's somewhat irrational, but it's like
no, but it makes sense.
Yeah,
because like okay, so imagine like we're in a large tribe back in the Dizay. yeah, everybody kind of has to pull their weight in some way, shape,
Right.
or form, or else they're seen as kind of like useless and get ostracized. To,
Yeah.
You know, to the desert. But yeah, no, I totally feel that. You know, it
Yeah.
stems from like
Like-
those deep things.
Like case in point,
Yeah. So,
because like right now, as it stands, like I have 2 jobs. I have here
Mhm.
at Workspace,
Mhm.
3 days out of the week,
Mhm.
and then weekends I'm at Pratt teaching.
Yeah.
Pratt Street, Hartford,
Mhm.
Painted with a Twist. I'm teaching classes and I'm also assisting too.
Word.
And like, and the thing about it too, and I was literally telling this person as well. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I was gonna say like.
I almost
You're
destroyed
ruining the art.
I almost destroyed the art.
sculptural piece.
Yes, but I was telling someone, it was like, it would be different because like because sometimes like this weekend, like I came here
Mhm.
at Workspace to kind of help touch up the kitchen,
Yeah.
but I'm not getting paid to do it. Like it was just I was just
Yeah.
I was volunteering my time because like I don't want to do because I work like a specific set of hours.
Yeah.
You don't want to go over it.
Mhm.
And we're having that discussion. We were just like, you can come in and help us paint the kitchen, but it's like you're not gonna get paid for it,
Word.
which I don't mind.
Yeah.
Like I'm cool with that, and I told him that too. But like I was telling my other coworker, I was just saying that it would be different if I was just working some random shitty job that I don't care about.
Exactly.
Be like, oh hell no, I'm not doing that. But it's like I'm doing stuff that like I'm passionate about and stuff that and stuff that like before I was getting paid to do it, I would just do it free anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's the thing. It's just like, it would be different if it was if I was back working in the kitchen or something, where it's just like I'm not volunteering my time, but it's like it's because like this is my life and this is my career, and I'm doing stuff that I've been wanting to do for a while. It's like I can't say no to that, even if there are moments where I don't get paid. I'm cool with that because I enjoy what I do.
That's the best part.
But like I said, the issue is that I don't want to just completely burn myself out. And I feel like I'm kind of teetering, as usual, I'm teetering that line. And I don't know how to find that balance. Yeah.
And no, actually, that would be a better way to put it. Yeah, to find the balance. I literally wrote a poem about that.
You've been writing a lot of poems lately.
I appreciate. How do you liking them?
They're good.
They're good. You like them? All right,
Yeah.
cool. I appreciate that, man. Yeah. Well, it happened to me, and I got burnt out, man. I got burnt out with all other forms of art, and then luckily I was talking with my ex. And
Damn.
she, hey, this it started the poetry. It started. This is
Okay,
no,
just say it.
Yeah,
this is like when you say X, it's just like, oh,
Oh
no.
God. Yeah. Wait. Hold on. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit.
Sorry.
No, you're so good.
I blew out people's ears.
Oh, it's okay.
If they're listening.
It's totally fine.
No, we have millions of listeners right now. How you guys
probably
doing?
do. I hope they're doing well.
You guys
I hope they're going through not similar problems, but if anything, write in and be like, hey, you guys should do this, or this is a good idea. For,
to our listeners.
To our listeners.
To our millions of listeners.
Yeah.
You look nice.
You look. Oh.
We don't see you, but you look nice.
But you look nice.
You smell nice too.
Ooh, damn.
Yeah.
That was spicy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was talking to my ex, very briefly, and we don't really maintain good contact. This is my ex before my most recent ex.
Yes.
We don't really maintain like good contact, but we're trying to get a little bit better with it. She is probably the one ex that I would that I would still like consider like a friend. Like my most recent ex, I would consider a friend, but we're kind of on the outs right now, or we haven't been talking in a little bit, so we're not really like friendly, but like I would consider still my friend. But this is one.
This is like a close friend.
Yeah, well,
like
not
even after.
Not necessarily like a close friend, but like actually now I would consider her a close friend because we dated and shit like that. So there had to be something. But like no, but like we haven't talked in a little bit, and a distance has spread.
You have a good you have a good like friendship now.
Yes, we have a better friend. Yeah, no.
After the relationship.
Yes, that is a better way to say it. Yeah. We have a good friendship now. And she writes for the New York Independent. And
really?
Yeah, no, seriously.
Oh wow,
yeah,
cool.
Seriously.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to fucking Kimba. Yeah, she writes for the New York Independent, and she wrote some. I think it was like a short story, and it kind of got my mind ticking in that direction. Where I was like, that's actually kind of cool. I kind of like doing that. And then I was with a client doing laundry, and it was just me and homie, and he's not the most mentally with it, so he kind of spaces a lot. So I have a whole lot of space to just kind of like be in my own space.
Yeah.
But he's more than capable of like doing laundry and stuff like that. It can't really carry too good of a conversation.
Yeah.
No hate or disrespect.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
but yeah, so I was like, fuck it. I kind of want to just like write some shit because I just have some like feelings on my heart. And then I wrote the first one, which was very short and it rhymed. Then I wrote the second one, which was very short and it rhymed. And then for whatever reason, I was feeling, some type of way of to write a third one, and then just continued on throughout the day. But like to write a third one, and it was free form and it was different. It was something new that I haven't really done because usually all my poems are short and they tend to rhyme, or they're really long and they tend to rhyme. But I like the idea of not doing traditional. I think Jess called it like more free form poetry. Yeah, and it kind of sparked something within me that I was like, oh shit, like I actually still got it, but I'm not painting, I'm not creating sculptural works, I'm not really at Makerspace a whole lot, like I'm not doing the more traditional routes that I usually go to kind of like decompress, or to get my artistic creativity out. I'm more just like experiencing life, and like I'm gonna do a little tangent here as well. So I recently hopped out of the mental hospital, as you know, like a week ago. And I realized that the catalyst for that whole manic adventure was actually a really, really, really deeper, like I would call it my first true, real existential thought. I consider myself a very existential guy. Yeah. But like, this is my first true existential thought, which was I was driving home, or I was driving back to work after seeing a client, and I was like, damn, life's going pretty all right now. And all of a sudden the thought came in and was like, and you're gonna die one day. But it wasn't like the joke, like, yeah, we're gonna die one day, it's gonna be sick. It was like, damn, like it's almost like my body kind of realized, like, you know how they say, like, when you're 26, your cells stop reproducing as fast as they die. So technically you're dying, but it's a slow burn.
I would assume so. Your guess is as good as mine.
Something like that.
Something
along the lines of that.
Not doubting that, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. But it was all right. I don't know either, but I remember Joe telling me that, and I was like, damn, well, that makes sense. That lines up. I'm like 25 and like a half right now, so maybe this was my body and the universe's acknowledgement of like, oh, we're dying, compared to, oh, we're living. And then that kind of spiraled me into like, it suddenly spiraled me into like, a manic episode.
Yeah.
And the entire thing was like, it was crazy, but it also kind of stunted my creativity level a lot as well. And
was it the thought that stunted the creativity?
Literally the thought, because I was like, shit. This is where I want to go with it. The tangential. Yes. So it was a thought of that. And I said, because I have been posting a lot on Rustbrush, which is my Instagram for my art.
Give him a follow.
Yeah, give him a follow, please, if you could. RUSTBRUSH at Instagram. But yeah, it was the whole idea that, like, okay, so now what am I going to do with my time? I'm officially dying, death is dying, it's kind of cool. But, like, what am I going to do with my time now? And immediately my mind changed to, instead of producing a whole lot of work and trying to get clout or whatever the fuck you want to call it, or famous or success through that, I instead kind of switched gears entirely to try to like collect more experiences, if that makes sense. Collect memories for life to now kind of come. And I've been going to like house music events. I've been going to house shows. I've been going to like not necessarily the Wadsworth, but more metaphorically, like we've been going to art museums and trying to take in life a little bit more and be a little bit more focused inside my own perspective. But to flash it all, to do the fullest circle, flashing it back to you and what you're going through, I definitely do believe that when it comes to stuff like that, when it comes to being overloaded with work, everybody says that we're always trying to like, not fend off. What's a better way to say? We're always trying to ignore the demon in the corner, the darker thoughts or whatever. We're always trying to like keep our mind busy away from that shit. And I definitely do think that, and this is just my, whatever, my opinion, but to some extent I'm doing it, and I was doing it for a long time, still am doing it, but trying to recenter, and like you said, you already kind of know, find balance within the entire system and within the life that we now have to live. And not overloading yourself. Yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of recycling kind of what you said, but still, not overloading yourself with work for work's sake, but in fact you're actually doing it for your own work, your own artistic creation.
Yeah, like career. I'm doing it for me. Like I said, that's like it was different than the job I was doing before, where it's just like it was cool, but it's not what I want to do.
I totally.
Versus like I'm doing stuff that I want to do, and it's great. Genuinely, I love it. It's just that I'm trying to figure out how to pace myself.
It's hard.
That's the thing. Yeah.
It's hard.
But I think to kind of respond to like what
you got,
to all that you said,
Yeah.
First of all, I'm glad you're okay.
Happy to be back.
Yeah.
Man. Happy to be back.
You had
and
me
more
kind of
centered.
worried, but like I'm glad you're doing good.
Yeah, dude,
but I
the
think to
food
kind of
is super
respond
good.
to like what, because like I get that,
Mhm.
where it's just like sometimes you'll have that moment where, yeah, like that existential moment where you're just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna die. I think I had that
Yeah.
like the other day actually,
Yeah,
where
it's crazy.
it was something not to that extreme, but it was
Yeah.
something along the lines of. It was something along the lines of like I had like I was just thinking about just life in general.
Mhm.
Like it was kind of I wouldn't say it wasn't a spiral by any means, but it was more just like I was kind of like my mind was kind of just going through all the different kind of like weird philosophies I have about like life as well as death by extension.
Mhm.
And it got me to and it wasn't like anything depressing or anything like that. It was literally I was literally just like you know how you get lost in thought
Yeah, dude.
and it's just like that was literally what I was doing. I was basically just like in my own head pontificating about life, I guess.
Mm.
And it brought me to like this really interesting question for myself, which was, am I really? It was more just like, and again, it's not like a depressing thing. It was more just, it's
No,
just a genuine question,
yeah.
where it was just like, am I really happy, or am I just doing stuff to distract me
Am I
from
just keeping busy?
from answering that question? Yeah.
Yeah, no, seriously.
And I think it's a good question to ask yourself fairly often because, and then also kind of got me down to like, well, why is happiness really the goal? Because it's really, I think we have like I think generally,
Mhm.
like as a society, as a people, we have like a weird relationship when it comes to like the sense of being happy or
In
the
our
sense
own
of
personal
pursuing
the
happiness.
pursuit of happiness.
Because it's a
With
great
Will
great
Smith.
movie.
It makes me
That
cry
that's
every-
easy.
it makes me
Dude,
cry every
it's my
time.
favorite movie of all
Makes
time.
me cry
Makes me
every
cry
single
every
every
goddamn
single
time.
time.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I love it.
Anyway, not to
Yeah,
or-
yeah, no, but it got me thinking where it was like we have like a weird, the way we view happiness or really just emotions anyway
yeah.
is kind of, I think the thing, and I think probably the reason why there's a lot of unhappy people
Mm-hmm.
is I think the problem is that we have we have this weird thing where we need to quantify happiness.
Oh yeah. No,
Where
I see that.
where we try to quantify something that's so fleeting.
Yep.
Because I could literally be happy now.
Yeah.
And then you could literally tell me something that's like upsetting,
Yep.
and then that switches the whole thing.
Literally, man.
But I think when people think of happiness, I think personal theory. I think when people think of happiness in terms of like lifelong happiness,
Mm.
I think you need to switch it up to gratitude.
Continue.
Because gratitude is the more. Because I think when you're grateful of the things you have, it puts things in a better perspective. Where it's if you're just chasing happiness,
Mm.
you're just chasing like
A dragon,
a
essentially.
dopamine
Yeah.
trip
Trip. Type
yeah.
thing, yeah. Mhm.
where it's just like yeah, and it's like you could literally have the things that make you happy and not be happy.
No, literally. Yeah.
Like,
You
literally.
could have everything in the world and still not feel.
There
it.
still could be something. So I think that's where
Mm-hmm.
gratitude comes in, where it's just like if you can, and it's something that I'm trying to like kind of rewire my brain
Mhm.
into like thinking, and it does help. Where it's like if you're just grateful for the things you have, and not even just grateful for the things you have, but grateful for the things you don't have,
Equally.
and grateful for the bad experiences as well as the good.
Yeah.
It puts things into so much better perspective.
If anything, because the way I'm imagining it more like visually is
Mm-hmm.
like, instead of trying to reach for the next rung of the ladder, you take a second to kind of look down and see how far you've actually
Right,
kind of
like
come.
it's you're
Yeah.
reflecting,
Exactly.
and I think
boom, yeah.
and I think people generally, we just don't have the time to reflect
No.
because we're constantly in a go state.
Yeah, seriously. No,
Where
it's always
we're constantly on the go.
you got to turn that mindset
And-
into a grind set type.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
COVID obviously doesn't help either.
Shit. Not at all.
Where
If
it's
anything,
just-
it forced us to. Sorry to cut you off.
No.
Slow back.
Yeah, no,
Take a second.
it definitely
yeah. Mm-hmm.
did, and that's also another thing that like a friend of mine brought up too, where it's
Mm-hmm.
just like that's kind of the weird thing about COVID. It's like it's by all intents and purposes bad on all fronts.
Yeah, no, seriously.
But there's some good in the sense that like it kind of forced us to step back, kind of peel back the layers, and then
Mm-hmm.
now you see like all this like like really bad shit that's just been kind of swept under the rug, and now it's being brought to the surface, which is good.
No, it's just well, actually, it's kind of both. It's both internal, like
internally as well as
and
externally,
then,
like what we see in the news every day.
Every single goddamn.
But yeah, so it's like I think that's to kind of circle it back to like what I was like my weird question where it's just like I think it's less about being happy and more just about being grateful, in my opinion. Because I think gratitude, it's sort of like an off. I think gratitude is more like the that long-term happiness that people
really is,
or that pursuit of happiness that people talk about, where it's like you can look back on your life and just be grateful for, like, not even the good stuff, but just literally everything. Everything.
I mean, dude, the base gratefulness is we are
here,
alive, here, conscious, and able to communicate with one another, able to see each other to some extent, and do shit. Like, the fact that we have life is fucking ridiculous.
And I think to kind of circle it back to what you're saying, where you had that existential spiral.
I'm going to die.
Yeah, where it's like, I think that's the answer that your soul needs. It's no, it
totally was.
Like, obviously we're all going to die. We're all currently dying right now. As morbid as that is, it's it's the truth. Like that's it's entropy. Like all life goes through that.
Exactly.
I think it's a matter of like finding peace with that or finding acceptance with that. And I don't know what your faith system is or your belief system, whether you believe or not that there's a life after this.
Yeah.
But I think regardless of that, because like, kind of, make it personal.
Go for it.
I don't know. I don't know if there's anything after this.
I hope and believe that there is. Not necessarily
to keep it real, I don't personally care.
Word.
Just because, like, what does it matter?
No.
And then, like, that's literally that was also like part of that weird thought that I was having the other day, where it's just like, death as a concept doesn't scare me because for what it's worth, for one, it's like literally everyone is going to experience it.
Grand unifier.
Like there's no exactly. It's like there's no escaping it.
Yeah, no.
All of us are going to go through it. Literally every human being in existence, as far as I know, has died. So, and will die.
Yes.
And that's not a bad thing.
Not at all.
Like, it's part of, like, and I always love the expression of death is not the end of life, it's just another part of it. Because
that's a
regardless
cool
of
one.
Because regardless if you believe if there's life after death, there still is physically. Because
we go on.
We're buried into the earth. We go back to the earth.
Gotcha.
And then
beautifully said,
whatever's left that's decomposing, it provides
cycle.
Energy.
Exactly.
Provides life for the planet, and that's literally every other life that it's just the cycle. It's part of the process.
It's just a big old wheel, man.
Yeah.
The circle of life.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but seriously, it's
so I think, and while I do like appreciate the fact that like you're just like I want to like experience and like have memories and stuff.
Exactly.
I would just be careful with that, just because you don't want to just do it just to do it. It's like you want to be
there while doing it.
Present.
Exactly.
Like you want to be present there, like doing this stuff, not just to do it just cause, you know what I mean?
And that kind of circles back to like the first thing that we started talking about as well,
which was I can't remember.
No, I totally got you. Hold on, give me a second. It was doing things for other people's affection, likes and clicks.
Yes.
No, like and I completely get what you're saying. Like I'm trying to like go out and experience more of life.
Yeah.
Trying to not necessarily see the world, but like, well, actually, I would love to see the
world.
Well, yeah. I'm talking about.
No, real, but
like as in just to say like. See the world around me more of like the general Connecticut area. Go to house music shows because I enjoy house music. I'm not going to house music shows to fucking grind on a girl or do fucking all this shit or drink or get drunk and shit like that. But like I'm going there because I enjoy it. I'm going there because I enjoy the music.
Yeah. I just think that like not to cut you off, but I just think that like you don't want to put like a time limit on yourself.
Not at all,
you know what I mean? Because I think that's what I was getting at, or that's the impression I got when you said that. You had that existential dread of just like I'm gonna die. okay, so now I got to do everything I can before I die. And
I have
it's
to
just like
consume all the
that's-
experience.
yeah, and it's
before
like, that's kinda-
before I eventually pass.
like that's
It's like-
cool, but at the same time, it's like you don't. That can be like that
Even
can be a
more-
spiral in and of itself.
Oh
as
my
well,
God, yeah.
Where it's like you're not fully present. You're just doing stuff just
It's
to do
just
it.
on again, like I think that we were talking about beforehand, not beforehand this conversation, but before in previous conversations, doing stuff for the serotonin dopamine hit.
Yes.
Essentially, been trying to work
Boredom,
on that. By the
yeah.
way, yeah, no, literally, that's literally all it is. It's just boredom. But no, I totally resonate with it because like the true existential thought was like I'm going to die, so what do I want to do with my time now?
Sure.
Yeah. What do I want to do with my time now? And I want to spend it with the people who I care for and who care for me, and the people who I love and who love me, and and honestly, it has brought a bigger presence to the moment of being present, which that was a good line. I might use that one in a poem.
There you go.
But yeah, it's brought a bigger presence to all that, and I really do. I seem to be taking it a whole lot slower and enjoying it, even though I am moving at kind of the same pace that I was.
Yeah.
I think the idea is that I am more present during these moments. I am more myself during these moments. Like I was at a bar in New Haven last night, dancing for maybe like
Which
an
one?
hour. Stella Blues, really cool actually. I've been there. I was there a little bit ago.
Not sure if I've been there before.
It's near College Street. It's the main
yeah.
green,
Yeah,
Yale,
yeah, yeah.
etc.
Yep.
Yeah.
Haven't been. But
Yeah, it's a very long, narrow room. There's pool in the back, and then there's like a dance floor in the front.
cool.
And it was literally me and this dude who I saw at a previous house event on Friday. Just
vibing.
Yeah, just vibing, tearing it down.
Nice.
And the thing was, it was beautiful because I was like, dude, I'm like really in my own zone. I'm like really doing my
Yeah.
thing. This is the music that I love and I can really get down to, and I don't care if people
Exactly.
are looking at me or judging me. I'm just fucking getting down
Yes.
to it. And it was a beautiful moment because I was like, there's literally like
You should feel
basically-
that way.
I'm sorry, wait, what?
You should feel that way. Or you should feel that way all the time.
Look at Joe Padilla, shining example. He would dance if no one else is in the room. Like
Dude.
if the music that he
Dude,
likes.
Joe be busting it like
Joe-
nobody's
no one else.
like nobody's business.
Dude,
and I love that.
He's like
It is
like
great.
the entry punch to anyone
Dude,
wanting to go dance on the floor.
He
No.
knocks it out of the park.
Oh my God!
Every time.
Does he? If
Love
not
that
a
man.
little bit too much, but like.
No, I love that man.
He's fucking fantastic.
Love you, Joe.
Yeah, no, seriously, I love you too. But like, he's amazing. His energy, his aura,
Yeah.
like all that shit about him is just fucking 10 out of 10. Especially when that man dances.
Oh hell yeah.
Because okay, talk about this man for a second. Because like,
Please.
he doesn't really like even have like a set general 1-2 step. He's literally shadow boxing to some extent. Like,
Are you clipping?
oh, I'm sorry. So, thank you. Yeah, I'll go for it, man. Literally, like, yeah, please.
Okay.
Boom, boom,
Yeah.
son.
That should
I
be
think
good.
so. Literally like shadow boxing and making it into dance moves, and it's beautiful. And I would love for this man to learn like to dance, not to dance as in he can't dance, but like if he could incorporate like dance like in time, in rhythm. Not that he's not, but like with whatever he's doing, it'd be fucking phenomenal.
Sure.
But anyway, this man is an energy. He's a vibe. He's at Arch Street, I think once a month, to tear it the fuck down. And it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
But anyway, a fantastic individual. And a man who I would hope and believe is literally the emphasis of work hard and then play hard. A man who is just a humble soul, a really, really solid guy. And like ethereally himself. Like, there are people who put on the face, and I know there's a quote where it's like, be yourself, but it's because everybody else is taken and shit like that. Which is true. But,
Yeah, I think Joe exemplifies like that, just truly being yourself and not giving a fuck about what people
literally.
think.
And
yeah.
not even like an asshole about it. Now you're like, I am myself, and I'm big.
Yeah,
big
no,
energy
it's
and
just
all
like
over
no,
here,
just
but,
like a genuine like yeah,
it is himself, and
like
probably
he
has been
knows
himself.
he knows himself.
Yeah, really well. And I hope to kind of be that person to myself and to other people as well. I think that everybody would love to come more into form and into themselves, but like it can be very difficult because you always feel like somebody's watching you, or somebody's going to judge you, or someone's going to do shit like that. And honestly, it's crazy to think that there are people who kind of walk around who just like I just am, and like it would be beautiful to experience that. And I know that eventually we will all get there to some extent. We will all get to kind of metamorphosize into whoever we are meant to be, and still even so evolving.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope to, because I met like one dude one day, and this was a few years back. I forget his name, but you meet this person and he's just like a rock, like a solid rock. Like you can't poke any holes in that bread dough. You know, it's just a really solid dude, and I was like, I kind of want to be like a man who's honest and open and just very much himself is a man to be feared and a man to be respected as well and loved.
For sure.
Yeah, because like you can't. There's no chinks in that armor. You can't change that.
Can't stop that.
Yeah, you can't stop that rush. Oh, hold on. I have glasses. I can literally look.
No, we're good.
Okay, cool. I just checking the time. What are we rocking at actually?
30 minutes.
Dude, check that shit.
Yeah, right.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Anyway, we can end it here if you really want to. Or unless you have any more thoughts or stuff like that. Covered pretty much a pretty good gambit. We can go into relationships if you really want to.
I was gonna say I was gonna ask like how you're doing because I think we kind of that's where we started. That's like usually, with this
that's usually when
whole
we start.
spiral.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, how are you doing? Yeah,
No, I'm doing all right, man. I'm trying to distance myself a little bit more
from
person who will not be named, but. Yeah. But you already know who it is because we talk about it like all the time. But yeah, I'm trying to distance myself a little bit more, and in the same vein as what we were previously talking about, trying to love on myself more before I can ever love another person more.
Yes. More
More than just a friend. You know, I'm not as much as I like to simp over a person. I think. I think there's a difference. I think there's because I like to be a simp to some extent to certain people where I'm like, dude, you're just fucking the shit.
Sure.
But I think more what I want to say compared to like simping is like romanticizing and like building up like a big romantic fucking shit. Like I consider myself a very romantic person.
Sure. Yeah, you are.
You know? Oh, I appreciate that, man. I consider myself a very romantic person when it comes to like love and stuff like that and romantic gestures and doing things for people. Like I love that. That's like my love language is like showing how much I appreciate through like acts of whatever the fuck.
Very much the same way.
Yeah, it is beautiful to have because there's some people just like here's some chocolates and here's a flower. I hope you have a good Valentine's Day. Compared to me where I'm like, let's go on an adventure.
Let's do some.
Do some. But yeah, and I try to be that for people, but I have to first be that for myself.
Yeah.
I think we were talking about this, or at least I was talking about it with someone, but I'll repeat it. So you sleep with a person, right? And they spend the night. You normally go out to get a coffee with them, or maybe if you do, but like you go out to get a coffee with them. You make breakfast for them.
Yeah.
You kiss them on the forehead and say, "Hey, here's a towel. Go take a shower. You're a little bit sweaty." Like.
Okay.
But still, you care for them, you know, and you have the equal right to do that for yourself as well. Every single morning, you should wake up and like care for yourself as if you were a separate entity or a person who needs to be cared for because you are. You know, and it's a beautiful thing, and I'm trying to impose that more on myself before I can ever love another person.
Sure.
To an even more romantic level. I can do sexual level and that's fine, but like a romantic level where you're infatuated with the person to hopefully not a detriment is a place where I have to fully be able to let them go and let them do their own thing and let them live their life and experience it, and then whenever they want to or whenever they feel comfortable or if I do need it, but like I try not to need it, like, and then come back to like home base. But yeah, that's the level I'm trying to get at. So I need to take distance and take space and hit me up when you want to. I don't just want to be just blowing up your phone and causing you stress and anxiety.
Yeah, because because you and this other person, it's like you're both are grown adults,
literally with full ass lives.
Yeah, with your own sense of autonomy. It's like you don't want to rob that of somebody, and you don't want that robbed from you as well.
Literally, dude, that was one of the main cruxes of my past relationship. No hate or disrespect to chick, but like I was losing myself, my autonomy to this person and to the relationship. Yeah. And I didn't like it, and I didn't feel right.
It's not healthy.
Not at all. And if anything, with new homie, it kind of feels like I now instead of getting it all the time, I'm getting it less, and it's actually kind of nice because then I get to fawn over the person and miss them and feel for them and like when we're together or when we're hanging out,
meet up again, it's like it's nice.
Exactly, all the emotions kind of come running back, and it's nice. It is nice, yeah. Simply put, it's nice.
It's nice.
Bueno, yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at, where I'm like, I'm just taking it easy.
That's
I'm on Tinder trying to, be community dick out here. But as my therapist literally called me that. She was like, Jordan, you can't be community dick.
You really can't, dude.
Like I'm really trying not to. I'm really trying not to. I'm
really
I
already told you how I feel about that.
I very much know.
I don't think it needs repeating.
No, not at all.
Repeating, just because
Yeah, but I'm literally who did I have a conversation with? I had a conversation with someone as well, and I'll again repeat it. But the biggest thing was it was Alexia, and we actually recorded a podcast about it. And the biggest thing that she kind of said that really, not the biggest thing, but one of the bigger things that she said that kind of struck home was like, just be upfront and honest from the get of what you're looking for and what you want. And if it doesn't match up, don't force yourself into something.
Exactly.
No, seriously. Like right now, I'm just kind of looking for sexual encounters, fucking around. Wait, what is it? What did I say? Being fucking strange and fucking strange. Like that's literally all I'm about right now. And I'm cool with it. I'm liking it, and it's dope. You know, just trying to find a person.
Well, I think that's a better. Yeah, that is a healthier approach because I remember before.
Yeah.
You were kind of
stressing my ass out.
You were kind of stressing about it, and also you would engage in hookups, but then you would kind of try to take it further than that.
Yeah.
When the other person may not necessarily want that.
Literally deep.
So I think so I think that's probably what was causing so much strife.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Internally for you. So
yeah,
I think that's I totally agree with Alexia where it's just like just be upfront and honest and just like don't offer any more than that.
Then actually you can give.
Then exactly. It's like if you just want this, keep it at that. I think I was literally telling somebody else this too, where it was just like you don't want to, regardless of what the relationship is, whether it's a friendship, whether it's like dating or hookup, what have you. It's like you never want to overstep that boundary. It's like you got to set that boundary and then
stick to it,
commit to it, or like honor it. It's like
that's a better way to say it.
It's like if you go past that, then it's like that's where the trouble starts.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to find that boundary within myself to be like, okay, it's 10 o'clock at night. I should really be asleep. I work in the fucking morning. I don't need to be up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I really don't need to be up at 3.
Not even achieving the home run. Just hanging out. Like you know,
this painting can wait till tomorrow. It's
literally,
like I got plenty of time.
You know, as much as the world is on fire and we're all gonna die one day, like there will most likely there'll still be a tomorrow, but like there will still most likely
there will always be a tomorrow.
Yeah, dude.
There will always be a tomorrow. The sun will always come up.
Yeah.
The seasons will always be there.
Exactly.
So I think it's just
Yeah.
You know, it's like regardless of like current events and stuff like that. It's like, I think I read something one time and it really kind of drove everything home for me. And it was something, I can't remember if it was a poem or if it was a short story, but it was something along the lines of like, and like I can't remember who wrote this, but it always stuck with me because it was very much, it was something like this person wrote a thing where it's like God was like looking down and saw all the horrible shit that was going on, like wars, famines, everyone just, just hell on earth, basically. And then basically just having that regret of creating us.
Damn.
Yeah, and then just, and then just
I fucked up on that one.
Yeah.
That's my bad.
It did kind of screw up there. Yeah. But it's just like, and just having, basically God just like having this regret of like creating humans and just seeing the outcome. Like even like 2,000 plus years after his son, if you
believe in it,
if you're Christian like son dying on the cross for us or whatever, just seeing all that and then almost making the decision of being like I need to just go ahead and just pull the trigger basically. But then the story kind of pivots where it's just like, but then he saw people, he saw the flip side to it where it's like people, despite how bad everything is, it's like there's still
good.
Well, not even just that, but the way it was worded, it was just like he saw the worst of it, but then he also saw a father getting his son or daughter ready for school and just like giving him a hug and kissing him, telling them that I love you, and just raising their child to be the best that they can be and be even better. And then I guess like God seeing that and just being like, there's still something there.
Exactly. Like
despite all this horrible, and like I'm paraphrasing, but like the way it was written, it was so beautiful. It almost brought a tear to my eye just because like it was so beautifully written. Where it's like despite all that, it's like it's still good. Yeah, but that was basically like the gist of it, where it was just like despite all the bad stuff, they're still good. So it's just a matter of keeping that perspective. Like not everything is black and white. There's always a bit of gray. There's always a bit of leeway.
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
Contrast.
Yeah.
Contrast.
But I think that's all I got.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Honestly, this has been fucking baller. We were rocking at 40 minutes.
40 minutes, not bad.
Not bad, dude. That was pretty sick. And it was like a really healthy, good conversation. I enjoyed
right.
talking with you.
Of course.
Every
As
day.
always, I enjoy talking with you too.
Every day, man. But yeah, we could probably just rock these on Mondays, man.
Nice duel.
Nice duel. I literally gonna probably hop out of therapy and then hop into here. So
Well, there you go.
just have fresh topics
So basically, just from one therapy session to
to
the
another.
next.
Yeah, literally. All right, well,
All right,
ladies
I
and
think we're
gentlemen.
gonna call it. Yeah.
Yep. Thank you for listening to Dual. The Dual dudes.
I've been Trey.
I've been
I
Jordan.
will be Trey. I
will
guess.
hopefully be Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then all right. Have a lovely one.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you to Makerspace.
Makerspace.
Well, also thank you to Makerspace.
Yeah, no, seriously.
But also thank you to Workspace for giving us the studio, the setup, and we'll catch y'all next time.
Yes, indeed.
Deuces.